say, y'all look damn good in this video. Y'all look really good right now. Right. Some of y'all may be watching this alone or with me, but physically y'all may be watching this alone. So we're going to watch this together. Some of y'all may be having a special friend while you're watching this. Hey, how you doing? My name is Gator. Some of y'all may be having, a friends with benefits type right now while you're watching this video. Hey, how you doing? My name is Gator. Some of y'all may be in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend relationship, while you're watching this right now. Hey, how you doing? Right. Some of y'all may be swingers while y'all watching this video. Hey, how y'all doing? Some of y'all may be married while you're watching this video. Hey, how you doing? Right. Some of y'all may be having some friends over while you're watching this video. Hey, how you doing? Name's Gator. Some of y'all may have a sibling or a family member while you're watching this video. Hey, how you doing? Their name's Gator. Right. Now, some of y'all may have an animal of some sort that is real, like a dog or a cat, so, while you're watching this video. Rider. The name's Gator. Or any females out there, y'all may be single. It's cuffing season right now. Feel me? Just saying. While y'all watching this video, the name is Marcus. If y'all don't know, my name is Marcus. But some of y'all don't know that. Some of y'all do. But, yeah. Gator just came. It's a long story where that came from. But, just saying. I go either way. You can call me either. You can call me what you want. We all family. Right? The nickname is Gator. But my real name is Mark. Sup? Though he uploaded this late as hell. I promise you, I was about to go to sleep.
My friend Carlos and I would always go out shoveling people's sidewalks after big snowstorms to make some quick cash.
Right.
In 2013 or 2014, our town was in the midst of a blizzard. It was dark, windy, and snow was building up fast.
Right.
Our school already announced it would be closed due to snow the next day.
I would hope so.
So with nothing to do that night, and it being only 8 p.m., we went out with our shovels and started ringing doorbells, offering to shovel sidewalks for cash.
Right.
We got a lot of no's before we got our first yeah.
Oh, if I'm ever shoveling somebody else's snow, pause on that. I'm only doing the front and maybe the side of the house. But I am sure as hell not going to do the back of your house because you got me all the way caught up.
We made around $15 each on our first house.
Damn.
We made our way across the neighborhood. A lot of people weren't interested, and most people just wouldn't open their doors.
Right.
We got a second house eventually, and made a little more money on that one.
Okay.
And I remember a long gap between that house and the next house I would say yes.
Sus.
It was a small corner house, but usually corner houses would pay more. We rang the bell, and the door cracked open.
Nope.
Whoever was on the other side didn't show their face.
Nope.
They did, however, speak from the other side.
Sus!
A deep man's voice said, "Who's there?" I pitched our snow shoveling service to the man on the other side, requesting $40 in return since it was a corner house.
Damn.
There was a short silence. Then the voice on the other side said, "Oh yes, please, $40 is fine." There was a hint of nervousness in the voice. I said, "All right," and then the door shut.
No. The way I work, I'm going to need my money first, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the business. Because I got mine. You trust and believe me. I'm going to do my work. I'm going to do my business. But I'm going to need to go ahead and get my money up front for the fuck you talking about. Just saying. You know, I'm not saying I need to go in your house to get the cash. I'm not saying that we need to do one of these, right, and get the cash. I'm just saying I need the cash. Maybe you can cash up it to you. Maybe you can PayPal it to me, right? Maybe you can, you know, if we with the same bank, maybe we can just do a transfer. Or you can just literally just throw the money out, like the cash out the door. Just saying. And I'm going to just go ahead and just do the work. But I know I'm going to go ahead and need my cash first. Just saying.
See the man's face at all. I turned to Carlos and said that was weird. But we started the shoveling.
What?
I started from the front porch down the walkway to the driveway. Carlos worked on the sidewalks. I couldn't help but stare at the house every once in a while.
You doing too much.
And at one point, when I turned to a window as I was throwing the snow from my shovel onto the ground, I saw who I assumed to be the homeowner. He was standing at one of the windows, watching me.
God damn!
Did I see anything of his face? Not really. He was standing in a dark room. A little uncomfortable it made me, but I did my best to ignore it and continue shoveling.
A little uncomfortable.
Of course, I'd occasionally glance back, and he would still be there. Eventually, I finished the driveway. Just around the same time Carlos finished the sidewalks.
He a pedophile.
So we started our way back up the walkway to the front stoop. But before getting to the stoop, the door opened, and the man inside shouted, "Go around back."
You got all of that.
Carlos and I froze, looked at each other, then obeyed his command.
What the what? Holy shit. We got some cluckies in the building right now. God damn.
We stepped through the snow-covered grass to the backyard gate. I opened it and pushed it through the rising snow, which was slightly difficult. Then, there we were, in the man's backyard, which had a small awning that we stayed under to get out from the...
Okay, see, this is where you all clucked up. You clucked up, but this is where you really, really clucked up. What was it, two of y'all? One should have just went in for the kill, and then the other should have just stayed back looking, you know, just looking around on a safe side. Because you got the cluck zone, and then you got the safe zone, right? One person should have been in a cluck zone, right? So in this situation, the cluck zone would be definitely on his property, but like the cluck, running back, the cluck zone would have to be like a couple of feet from the actual house. Like where you all were shoveling snow, right? That was the cluck zone, but the cluck zone would have to be like just literally a couple of feet from the house, like the physical house. So like where you're at right now, at this point in the story, is the cluck zone. Thought I heard something. Yeah, so I'm gonna need one person to be in a cluck zone, right? To you know, to get that kill, right? To basically sacrifice, if you will, right? And then I'm gonna need somebody to be in a cluck zone, and then somebody to be in a safe zone. So you know, if something pop off, which I feel like something is about to pop off. That way, the first person in a cluck zone, right, can be clucked, but then you got the one in a safe zone. Notice that you got clucked up and then hauled ass. So it's like both of y'all are not in a cluck zone, because you got one person in a cluck zone and then you got the other person in a safe zone. Just saying. You got to think about this shit.
Snow. We waited by the back door, expecting him to come outside eventually with our money. We waited for over a minute and started getting antsy. I started pounding on the back door since there didn't seem to be a doorbell.
You doing too much.
There was the sound of a window being rotated open.
What?
Followed by the man's voice again, saying, "Come inside."
No, you good.
Carlos and I looked at each other again, and then I led the way in through the back door. All the lights in this house were turned off.
Jesus.
It's actually so hard to see anything, really. "Hello?" I said. I heard a man's voice from another room call, "I'm counting your money on the table."
Okay. So what I just said about the cluck zone, I literally just made that up. Right? In this video, I just made that up. So now you got, okay, so now you got the safe zone, right? You got the cluck zone. Wait, no. You got the safe zone, right? Then you got the cluck zone, which is like the perimeter, you know, around the actual base. And then you got the cluck zone, right? Which is just like a couple of feet from the actual jump itself. And then you got, I don't know what to call it. I don't know. Haha, I got it. The condom zone. Oh shit. Cause they just entered the house. That's the wow. I have got, bruh. I am so creeped out because not only am I watching a horror video right now, but it's late at night, the middle of the night, and I keep hearing shit. I need a cuddle buddy. Like, this is not it right now. This is that ain't what how they say it? This ain't it, Chief. This ain't it, Gator. Yeah, so this is they're in the house. So that's the condom zone. Just saying.
It seemed he was inside the kitchen, which was connected by a small door through the room we entered from.
Right.
We walked closer to the kitchen, which appeared to be lit up through the window only by the streetlights standing on the side of the house. I stood at the doorway, intending on looking through the crack of the door to see where the guy was standing in the kitchen. But I couldn't see through the crack because it was blocked by him.
Oh, God! Damn!
Oh. Standing on the other side of the door, looking through the crack. I turned and pretended I didn't see him. I made up some bull, like telling Carlos we forgot something outside. We left the house, and the man didn't say a word.
Holy
as soon as we got outside, we grabbed our shovels and sprinted away from there. All of our hard work shoveling that house was for nothing. We got back to my backyard, put the shovels away, and went inside to warm up and rest for a little bit. Carlos and I chilled for a little bit, then it was time for him to go. He went out the back to get his shovel, but he came back inside, concerned, telling me to come take a look at something. There was an extra, fresh set of boot marks in the snow.
You got it!
You may ask how we knew. That's because one set trailed from the gate to the back door to the shed in the corner of our backyard. Carlos hurried back inside, and we told my mom. We live in a very poor, relatively unsafe neighborhood, so my mom was quick to believe us and get 911 on the phone. Police showed up relatively quickly considering the horrible driving conditions, and they went to investigate the shed. Carlos, my mom, and I watched through the back window as the police pulled out a man from the shed. He had a matching shirt from what I could see through the window back when we were shoveling that property. It was undoubtedly the house owner. He later admitted to police that he was going to attempt to break into the house when we all went to sleep.
Wow.
Why, however, he never answered. Police also said he was very intoxicated when he admitted this, which made me think, what on earth was he going to do to us in that kitchen if we didn't leave his house?
I mean, you were in the condom zone, so I mean, what do you think was going to happen? I know what's going to happen.
It was an early December night, and
right.
We were having our first snowstorm of the year.
Right.
I was in my bed watching some low-budget Christmas film while texting various friends, mostly my friends George and Pat. We used to text in a 3-person group chat. Everything was as it should be when I felt my heart drop to my stomach as a bang came from the window right next to my bed.
No blinds?
I opened the curtain, but there was no one standing out there.
Hey!
There was another as I was still looking out the window.
Thank you.
It was a snowball. Someone was throwing snowballs at my window. I stood on my bed to get the best possible view out the window.
Really? Come on. You're doing too much right now, bro. It's just snowballs. I mean, that's it. I mean, you know, you don't gotta do all that. What you doing right now is just extra. So you don't have to do all that. Just don't. All right. Cluck it. Do what you do. Like what you're doing right, what you're about to do. Can you just like leave it there? Just look outside your window, know who it is, and that's it. Okay? Alright. Or if you look out your window and you see nobody there, like that, I mean that's it. Like just go back to what the hell you were just doing. Like all I'm saying is you don't do nothing about it. Just saying. Because you going to your window to see who or what it is more than enough.
Didn't see anyone standing out there in the snow.
See what I'm saying?
So I actually lifted open my window to call out.
Oh.
It was almost immediately after I shouted out the window that I heard someone's laughter.
Oh no.
Not a child's laughter like I was expecting it to be. It was a deeper voice. Could belong to anyone from the age of 17 to 40 for all I knew.
Oh, damn.
I shut the window and started texting in our little group chat saying I knew it was one of them messing with me.
You sure?
The fact that they now weren't responding made me even more confident. I didn't close the curtain as I knew whichever one of them it was, they weren't done messing with me. And just like that, another snowball hit my window. I lifted the window up quickly to try and catch them. And there he was, standing in the snow, waving to me. But it wasn't either of my friends. It was some guy in a black beanie and black coat with gloves on.
He got a chip.
He started approaching the window. I hurried and slammed it shut and twisted the little lock. I also closed the curtain so that he couldn't look into my room. Both of my friends had texted back by now with question mark responses. Then there was a single knock at my window, and it started being fiddled with and shaken. He was trying to lift it open. When it all stopped, I waited a couple minutes before peeking through the curtain. It seemed the coast was clear, so I finally went to go tell my mom and dad about the whole thing, who came to have a look out my window. Sure, my dad believed me. He literally saw the footprints in the snow, but he just didn't see it necessary to call the police, figuring whoever was out there gave up. My dad turned on all the outside lights just as a deterrent, and then they went to sleep. I stayed up in my room with the lights off, continuing to watch movies. My door clicked open. I said get out, assuming it was my little brother. The door shut, so it seemed he listened to me. Silence, except for the TV.
Cluck you.
I watched for a long while, then a click in my wood floor. I turned, halfway through repeating get out in a louder voice, when realizing it was not my short little brother. It was that tall man in the black beanie and coat from outside.
Ah, damn!
He started waving to me again at the doorway, then put his pointer finger up to his lips. He started walking over to my bed, and that's when I got up, ready to defend myself. He approached faster now, easily grabbed me, and covered my mouth with his leather gloves.
Hit him in the balls.
There was a wet white towel in his glove that he was pressing to my face for a long time. I tried to break free and scream, but I couldn't, and that was the last thing I remember before everything went black. I woke up in my living room with my parents and police hovering over me. An ambulance arrived shortly. My dad heard the commotion going on in my room and came to find the man over me. My dad, much larger than that man, managed to overpower him, but not long enough before the police could arrive. He ran out the front door and disappeared.
Really?
I was quickly brought to the hospital. Thankfully, I was all right.
Really? Your dad, what you just said, I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but bigger than him and stronger than him Gee, he just let him get away like that. Really? For real? It's a little sus. It's a little weird. I'm not saying. I'm not, hey, yeah, it's not coming from me. Your dad may be in cahoots. Just saying. You heard it from me, but you didn't hear it from me.
If you're wondering, the man climbed in through our downstairs window.
I thought I said Toy Story 3. I am so tired. Oh, shit.
It's a little-known common courtesy out in the mountains during a snowstorm that if someone's seeking shelter in your cabin, you let them in.
Shit! Hell no! What the fuck?
Well, I wasn't the one offering that courtesy to someone else in the story.
Man.
I was the one seeking refuge. It was supposed to be a long weekend of hunting, but what started as a cold, sunny day quickly formed tons of dark storm clouds, and I quickly found myself right in the middle of a blizzard.
Wow.
After a full, rather unsuccessful day of hunting hares, I was way too far and disoriented to make my way back to my cabin. I had to seek refuge somewhere else.
Refugees.
I came across a log cabin nestled between a circle of trees. No lights on, but I still had to try the door.
Sus!
I hit the door with my fist a few times. No answer. But I could hear footsteps on the other side, approaching the door. I expected it to open, but it didn't. I shouted that I'm lost and need shelter. The door cracked open, and I heard a voice say, "Come in, leave your boots by the door." I waited a bit, expecting him to open the door fully and formally greet me as anyone would. But that didn't happen. So I pushed the door open myself and entered the dark cabin.
Wow.
The room was lit by 2 candles, just enough for me to see the couch that the man then told me to sleep on. As for the man, all I saw was his silhouette on the far side of the room.
What the fuck?
The little light from the candles didn't extend that far. I dropped my bag and gun on the floor and laid down on the couch. I thanked the man for letting me crash here till the storm blows over. He didn't answer. His behavior wasn't the most bizarre thing. Folks are strange up in the mountains. If he wasn't up for conversation, I'd just get some early shut-eye. I closed my eyes, though the level of darkness with my eyes closed wasn't much of a difference. I was subconsciously waiting to hear the man's footsteps leave the room, but they never did.
Wow.
I opened my eyes, and his silhouette was still in the corner of the room.
Wow.
Standing there.
God damn.
I felt the need to say, "Yeah, I think I'm just going to get some sleep now, thanks." No response. I turned to my other side so that I wouldn't be tempted to just keep opening my eyes to check on him.
What's that? What's that meme? What SpongeBob, like somebody made? It was like, he had a remote, and he was sitting on his couch or like his chair or whatever. He was watching TV or something, and I think he had a remote in his hand, and he was like, all right, I think I'm gonna head out. That is perfect in this scene, right? I mean, in this little situation right here, like, I'm about to say the homie, like, the dude is just sitting there, like, in the corner, dark-ass corner, just watching him. Yeah. Just like SpongeBob. All right. I'm gonna head out. That could not be more perfect right now, bruh. Jesus, bruh. You better either not sleep at all and keep your eyes on him, or pretend to sleep and keep one eye open while you keep your eye on him. Cause there are so many red flags in this one story. Ridiculous.
Some time passed, but without having heard his footsteps walk away, the curiosity was eating away at me. I turned over to look again, and this time, I swear to God, the silhouette of the man was closer by at least a few feet. I couldn't make out his face, but the A slight glow from the candles would just barely trickle around the man's forehead, and what I saw was disgustingly pale skin. I quickly gathered my belongings and thanked him, but I said I had to go. I didn't look at him anymore, because I don't think I wanted to know what he looked like. I put my boots on outside and hurried back into the blizzard. I came across another cabin down the hill, this one with the lights on. I knocked on the door, and some old man and his wife answered the door. They welcomed me in immediately and were very inviting.
Old people!
They gave me some hot tea and offered me a spot on the couch.
What the? No.
I told them my story about the freaky cabin up the hill, and the two looked at each other, puzzled. The woman confirmed 2 times the cabin I was talking about. Then she said, "Honey, the owner of that cabin was murdered 2 years ago. That cabin has been vacant ever since."
Shit. That's crazy. So the old people are in cahoots. Like, it makes sense. Bro, I really feel like people be doing that on purpose. Like up and out. Alright, so I'm not the one to be just like out in the how do you say it? Wilderness. There are certain words that I cannot say like fluently. There are certain words I would just have to sound it out and like say it really slow because of like the way I talk. But yeah, I'm not the one to be out there in the wilderness or like out in the mountains or in the woods or anything like that. Right? I'm not the one. Right? But I can only imagine like people in the mountains. Granted, maybe, you know, you watching this, maybe, you know, you're from the mountains, whatever the hell that means. Or you live in the mountains, or you did live in the mountains, or you knew somebody that either lived in the mountains or currently do live in the mountains. But regardless of the fact, I feel like some people out in the mountains just be on that cluck stuff. Meaning, you know, that weather-wise, it gets crazy up there in the mountains. So you got people out there that know that, right? And excuse me, know that people are up there, right? And that may be a little lost or may need some shelter. So they think just because they have a house or whatever, that people that are lost or that need shelter, right? They think, all right, bet, this is perfect, baby. They're not gonna suspect a thing. You know, they're gonna think, you know, they gonna think, I don't know why I'm stuttering, but they gonna think that we are good, wholesome people, right? This is what we do. We let the people in because they're either lost or they need some shelter. So we need to put on a fake ass like persona. I guess that's I don't know if that's the right context of this. I don't know if that's the right word in this context, but we need to put on a fake persona, act like we care about the people. Once they get inside the house, we cluck them up. Just saying. Jesus. Ooh. Yeah, yeah, so because of that story, I'm gonna be staying away from the mountains. You know, that's just the way it is. It just takes one. Again, and even in a blizzard, you know, just because, you know, you got snow, you know, that's like 3, 4, 5 feet, right? High up, snow, like deep. Still lock everything in your house, you know? Just because, you know, the snow outside during a blizzard is like just as tall as your door, your front door, Still lock that motherfucker. Just saying. And then for story number 1, with the shoveling and oh, I bit my tongue. Oh, fuck. But yeah, with the shoveling and stuff, yeah, keep that towards mainly the front of the house. Just saying. And if you want to shovel somebody's snow, money up front. Just saying. But yeah, that, I think what I just created was the, you got the safe zone, you got the cluck zone, you got the cluck zone, and then you got the condom zone. I think I may start saying that now. You know, I like that. You got the safe zone, you got the cluck zone, you got the cluck zone, and then you got the condom zone. God damn. So now, right, once you're out with your friends or family or whatever, right, and you know, something seems a little sus, you're gonna need somebody in the safe zone, depending on how much people you with. You're gonna need somebody in the safe zone, the cluck zone, the cluck zone, and then the condom zone. You know, so that way if something pop off, something just flew at me. But not everybody will be getting clucked. You know? Just saying. And best believe, if I'm with my friends or somebody, right, and I find myself in a clucked up situation, I best believe my ass is gonna be right there in a safe zone. Now no cluck zone, not no cluck zone, and damn sure not a condom zone. Just saying. But if Mr. Nightmare doesn't make another video before Christmas or on Christmas, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I hope you get, you know, some of the stuff, if not all of the stuff that you asked for this Christmas. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And I love you. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy. My family.